Hi guys,
Hello people,
I'm Milena,
Lola.
and we're watching 8th episode of season 4 of Black Sails.
This is the last episode I edited, guys. This is it for me.
I mean, you're gonna watch 2 more.
I am gonna watch,
But
but
not
like,
edit.
I'm never gonna edit again.
Yeah,
Black Sails.
Yeah.
So let's take a moment.
so happy for me. I mean, I have 2 more episodes, you have only 1 more, so
That's what I mean. This is the last
pretty
one that I
similar,
edited.
you know what I mean?
So this is very sad. That means just the end is here. We're at it.
The end is here, literally.
Next time we watch, we're gonna finish it.
Yeah.
That's it. We're finishing, I think, in 2 days.
In exactly in 2 days from now, yeah. On 27th of April, we're gonna finish
We're
the
gonna
show.
watch on the 27th of April. I'm finished.
Sad.
I don't want to talk about it now.
I mean, let's talk about it at the end.
True.
You know what I mean? I was the one I started talking about what a great show this was, but like why? We
I
talked
was
about
not gonna
that.
start that.
We talked about that in every single episode. No need to.
No.
A lot of things are happening.
I don't even know.
At this time.
Like,
in the
I've
show.
given up. I've given up on just knowing where we're gonna go with this.
As we should.
Yeah.
I think we given up too late. I think we should have given up season ago. You know what I mean? We guessed
But
few
we
things and we
didn't.
were so proud of
We have
ourselves.
persevered. Everyone's trying to kill Flint, basically. That's where we're at.
And
Kind of trying to
now, after the last episode, he has 2 shields. You heard it here.
He does. He is.
Even though I think we will protect him.
I think so as well. I really don't know what it is about him, his character, that I feel like he just survives. Is it because he has survived so much that I'm like, he cannot be killed? I don't know what it is about him. I just like always... I never really thought that he's gonna die. It's just like the vibe that he gives off. I can't explain it.
I just think writers made him too likable and sympathetic. But
that doesn't stop them from killing him off if they wanted to.
I actually think it does. In this case scenario, yeah, I think it does. Yes, is Eleanor very sympathetic in my opinion? Yes, as well, but not as much as Flint. I don't know. I feel like it was very easy to sympathize with him since season 1. It was very easy to fall in love with him since the season 1. You know, and it's also the fact that he does not like or enjoy anything that he has done, in my opinion. You know, that he doesn't like being Flint.
Yeah,
he hates that.
But that's what he is.
I completely disagree.
No, I'm just like saying, like,
opinion,
he can hate what he does, but like he's not gonna stop doing it because like he has just like succumbed at this point to who he is. Is there potential of him changing or like not being Flint? Of course there is, but like now he's just like, I think, going through the motions with being Flint.
Sure, but like I think that is also the reason next to all the others that why it's so easy to sympathize with him and why I don't think writers would kill him off ever. And he's not the guy who gets heroic death or something like that. That was Vane. He's not that type of a guy, you know?
Yeah.
So in my opinion, it's just like that. I think we're gonna manage to keep him safe.
I'm telling you right now, the show ends with him walking to wherever the fuck that is, where like they put people to make them disappear. He walks there and we just don't know what he sees.
Again, I think it depends. I said it in the last episode.
Yeah.
I think it depends if he thinks he's gonna see Thomas potentially. Because if he thinks, then that's the last thing we see. But if he doesn't think he's gonna see Thomas, then he sees Thomas. And that's for him how this show ends. I just see it like that. So like I'm not sure.
Now what if it's option number 3? He's dead.
I know that's not the case. The show would never do something like that. You know?
It would be really fucking funny. I mean, when I say funny, I like legitimately, if he got shot or something and he dies, I would be hysterically laughing.
I would be crying.
No,
I would be so disappointed.
No, there would be no fucking crying because like the way that I'm not expecting it. So like,
I will be disappointed. No other way to explain that, to describe that. Just disappointment.
I guess we'll find out what happens because like we are going to Nassau to get Maddie in the dead of night. What is gonna transpire with all of that, I don't know, but John has brought the gold to exchange for Maddie's life. So there's that. what is gonna happen? I cannot imagine us giving the gold to Woods Rogers. No, we can't do that. We're definitely not doing that because
I think we're getting mad.
I mean, Maddie's alive and well, so we're definitely gonna get her, but we need to get her without giving the gold because Jack is coming also with like a way to defeat Woods Rogers because of that death that he has. So he cannot have the gold to pay off that debt. I just don't know how we're gonna do all of that.
Honestly, like I said, I stopped trying.
Look,
I really have no idea.
Let's honestly not just play. Let's just play and
I
let's
just
see.
I just wanna say that like I hope I see in this episode we see maybe a scene between Max and Anne as well.
That'd be nice.
That is the thing that like I would love for them to have. I would love for them to make up. I would love for Max to apologize. Whatever that meant to any of them. I don't want her to lie to Anne. But like I would want her to say that she's sorry or whatever else in whichever way she wants to say anything. But yeah, I would not like for them to end this show on bad terms.
Yeah.
So like that is also the thing that like I'm excited to see in this episode because that is maybe only calm part, you know. On every other part there is battle, there is somebody's killing somebody, but like at least with the two of them maybe they can have a conversation or something, you know.
Look, let's play.
Yeah, we can
Very
play
excited.
He had a treasure he wanted left in the ground. Ain't in the ground no more.
God, John.
I hear it's just there. It's just there.
It's gonna
sitting
stay there. Let me just tell you.
If it all transpires in like I don't even know how. We're not gonna have the war like that they planned on having in terms of like Boston or whatever. Like we're not doing that, you know. Like
we have 3 more episodes. We're gonna.
That's what I mean. But like it's all
but
gonna
the story
the
doesn't
whole
have to be
alliance
complete,
and everything.
I don't think the story has to be completely concluded.
No, but like it has to break down in some way, you know. And like I don't know. I feel like again, Maddie, if we are gonna be able to keep the goal, but I feel like she's gonna be mad at John for wanting to do that to save her life. I mean, of course she's gonna understand, but like she's also gonna be mad, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree, but like I don't think she's gonna I don't think the show is gonna end and all is gonna be lost. I mean it will, but like the thing is like people like Maddie will always want to fight in the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
I just don't know what that means for let's say John or somebody else, you know. Very dark. Somebody's on a horse.
God, this look like a storm as well.
Great.
Love this. He's about to die. Is this like the dead of night that we're trying to get Maddie? Like we're just immediately going into it? Because honestly, at this dead of a night, yeah, you can... No, I would never fucking ride here.
We're at the house.
Oh my god,
house.
yeah, why? But who is even fucking riding?
I don't know, but it...
Is one of our guys just dressed as
It's very dark.
Is it Flint?
I don't know, I wanted to say that, but then I was like, if I didn't recognize Flint...
That's what I mean.
The thing is, it's very dark. We don't see anything. Embarrassing that you thought that was Flint.
I didn't see. I was just.
I know. That's why I wanted to stay quiet.
Assumptions because I was like, who the fuck is writing here and why are they writing here?
But I wanted to stay quiet because I was like, it would be okay to miss anybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Imagine saying, I can recognize that walk.
Exactly. It was very dark.
And I saw nothing. I just wanted it to be Flint. This was more my wishes than anything else. What did he even take?
Oh my god, I was about to say, is Billy tell him something? How dramatic. If you don't shoot him...
He's a psychopath. There's no other.
It seemed only fair that I remind you that our fates are now linked.
Sure, what do
If this plan to secure the cash ends badly for me, you can be certain it will end badly for you.
Calm down.
So close Mr. Gates was to Flint.
Oh.
Stored his most prized possessions in his cellar. Avery's journals. Despite that measure of trust, All it took was a disagreement over a little money for Flint to kill him. It happened with Gates and Flint. It will happen with Flint and Silver.
He is correct.
No. I mean, not in the... Whatever he said, that's not right. But like it is maybe for Flint and Silver.
You want the exchange of the money to happen off this island. Somewhere no one need know of it.
Off the island?
There it is.
Like
We'll lead them there,
another place?
and they will follow you.
See, am I supposed to know what that is?
Off the island, like Treasure Island.
Oh my god, actually.
Actually, I think
Oh my God.
Billy is in the Treasure Island. Or he is talked about in the Treasure Island.
Oh, okay.
Because somebody wrote something like that's why he is, because of whatever he did here, that's why he is talked that way about in Treasure Island or something like that.
God, I want to
similar
read
comment.
Treasure Island. No, I don't know.
Is there a show?
No, it's
No? Oh, just book. Okay. I thought it was even a show.
Yeah, maybe that's why they penned in on the map. Because like, what the fuck am I gonna know? Maybe that's like Treasure Island.
What happens after all of it?
We'll go to Boston.
Assume your plan succeeds and we retrieve her alive. I saw what came of Nassau when he was touched by it. There's nothing in Nassau but horror. He said it was just a transition. There's something better lay beyond it, something meaningful. But what if that isn't so? What if the result of this war isn't beyond the horror? What if it is the horror itself? Have you given this any thought at all?
But it's horror right now as well.
I literally wanted
Just
to
maybe
say.
not for you.
I literally wanted to say.
Like, what do we mean here?
I literally wanted to say that.
If we are to truly reach a moment where we might be finished with England, clear the way to make room for something else, there most certainly lies a dark moment between here and there. A moment of terror, where everything appears to be without hope. I know it. But I cannot believe that that is all there is. I cannot believe we are so poorly made as that. Incapable of surviving in the state in which we are born. Grown so used to the yoke that there can be no progress without it.
I feel so unwell by the writing of this show. I feel unwell.
To wager so much suffering on blind faith. Well, it isn't entirely faith. You think so much of what you and I can accomplish together. You and her.
I love it.
You and Marty. She's as wise as her father. She's as strong as her mother. There isn't a man or woman in Nassau who would argue that she isn't the best of them all. Cash is critical to our war, but so is she. We absolutely must get her back alive. And you think I'm the one best suited to lead our people through this? I think that you are the best of us.
I knew they were going to say that.
The two of you together are the world in balance. For all the damage Benny's done, at least he got that.
No words. No words.
They will honestly never be writing like this again.
No.
Oh.
I am beginning to see a future for us in which...
Us.
Why are you doing this? Talking about us like it's a thing. I don't know who broke it first. But it broke. And there ain't no putting it back together again. Is there something you need? Yeah.
What?
Literally
You should
what?
not like her, Adele, because I mean she killed one of her like friends.
Yeah. No,
I mean-
you can see the face.
Yeah, because I was like, why the hostility? Then I remembered.
They are losing faith in you.
As they should.
My fear is they will learn what your solution actually is. I know you intend to ransom away that slave woman to Captain Flint and his maroon allies in exchange for the pirates' cache of gems.
My wife made the bargain for the cash, Mr. Soames. All I'm going to do is collect.
The pirates are gone, sir. The threat that they presented us is
The threat the pirates present has never been greater.
Then you are going to have a mutiny on your hands, sir.
Can't wait. Can't wait for the fucking mutiny. Because yeah, technically like he shouldn't have even done this. But now it's like his wife secured this cash, now he's gonna get it like to honor her in some way, but like too late.
I fear for my husband's safety. From men I've long called enemies. From men I once called friends. I will move heaven and earth to protect him. But while playing this role, the limits of my influence are ever present.
I said the first light.
And you died first light. It's the last light you're gonna see, I feel like. Honestly, that might be Treasure Island, but like, what the fuck is the plot of Treasure Island? Is there a treasure there? And if there is a treasure there, do we just leave it there? Like, what is the...
I don't know.
There's already an anchor. Looks like she's
Maybe
been
there was
waiting
just a story about the treasure.
Looks like she knew where to wait for us.
Jesus Christ. On their rail!
Wait,
He
what?
called me. How's that possible overnight?
Oh,
Right.
he's supposed to fucking swim to it. He's about to go. God.
Seems like we are giving the cash.
Okay, sure, let them, we can hand over the cash and we'll just get it back.
Oh my fucking god.
What are you doing?
We bring our guns to bear, you'll think twice about killing us. Milena, lola!
We're getting bring it up here right now.
Go get what?
What did you bring with us? Your plan failed. We're moving on to my plan.
I mean,
Obey your orders and I'll think about it.
oh god, my boys. Well, like, yeah, they would have killed her, technically. I mean, we're gambling.
Yeah.
But, like, how are they gonna know that's a chest of gold? Or, like, the jewels, whatever it is.
Signal him.
Could we not have faked this? Could we not have, like, made fake ones? Flint just has no idea what to do.
I mean, there's nothing he can do.
Yeah, I know. God.
He's hauling up the anchor, where the fuck is he going?
Wherever he's going, we follow.
God.
This should be good.
Back where she belongs.
What is it I can do for Eleanor Governor? You are Governor Rogers' woman, are you not? I am, which is why I believe you and I may be able to help each other. I believe I've unmoored him from sound judgment, and have left us all in grave danger if he is not reined in. You've noticed this, haven't you? Come back when you like. I may be able to help you get back inside. Back on the council? I found a journal Eleanor kept. In it, she mentioned that when Nassau last threatened to descend into chaos, you were the one to whom she turned to help prevent it. I am hoping that if I could provide you with information from inside his office, it might help you maneuver your way back onto the council. That sounds an awful lot like treason to me. Eleanor promised me passage to London. If I help you, will you help me?
Okay. Interesting.
Interesting.
What the fuck is she gonna do?
I'm wondering, is this
How is this
Poor
gonna...
woman, not this one, the other one gonna go home to her children at the end of the show or not.
I hope so.
Literally.
When you asked me if I could help you learn where the governor's ship went, to what place he drew Captain Flint, I thought it unlikely I could be of much help.
Who am I looking
No,
at?
I don't reckon. I
Well,
thought
you
so.
Okay, my
Okay.
boy.
Just walk through my door.
Okay.
My boy.
Okay. I thought so.
I thought so as well, but I like.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be something that maybe gets me confused.
Yeah.
I don't have time to be confused. Like,
Yeah.
Preparing for a landing. Because Skeleton Island is not on any
Skeleton.
Skeleton Island.
Not on civilized one.
maybe that was its old name
Yeah, now it's gonna become a treasure island.
because we're gonna put treasure
Yeah.
on it.
Maybe.
It's been used from time to time for transactions neither party wished would ever be acknowledged.
I let you try your way. I did trust you. But I'm through wagering with her life now.
Yeah.
If what it takes to secure her release is to turn over the cash, I'm very glad I brought you with us. We had it. This war was breathing air. It was alive. Now Julius is back in that camp, pointing to a hole in the ground, telling anyone who'll listen, this is what it looks like when you trust a pirate. Yesterday he had nothing. He was shouting at the rain. Now you've given him all he needs to kill this war debt. My God. The number of times I have followed you blindly. Backed you with the men blindly, put men in the fucking ground. Good men, friends, because you said, I know the way. Don't ask me how, just do as I say. I may not have understood it, I may not have supported it, but I did it. And God damn it, right now you're going to return the favor. We will find a way to put it all back together with whatever we have left at our disposal. But do not ask me to choose between a war and a wife. I do not think you're going to like the answer. I do not expect your understanding, but I demand your support. As my partner, as my friend, do I have it? Yes.
I don't know what's gonna be happening. My girl,
What?
what are we doing?
What are you doing?
Oh, my girl, what? Stop. Take the bread, don't take the fucking knife.
Yeah, I was about to say. You can't hold it. Oh my god.
Careful.
You're
Just
gonna
don't.
recover.
Why are we? Just bite it.
You're gonna recover.
These are the ships either in port or soon expected to be. We're willing to accept passengers.
What?
Where does she want to go?
Alone?
You really intend to leave? Whether Jack returns alive or not.
Jack return.
You killed a friend of mine.
She
Her
did.
name was Charlotte. And you did it for reasons that had nothing to do with her. There were men I knew that would have killed you for me. But Max refused. I couldn't tell then if it was because she was afraid of you. I wouldn't have blamed her, I was. Or if it was something else. But I respected her wishes. Obeyed when she said we'd protect you despite what you'd done. Do you know why? Because despite the world reminding her every day of her life that she's undeserving of being given anything by it, that she was unworthy of what little she'd managed to take from it. Despite all of that, she never believed a word of it. That woman has been fighting the whole goddamn world since the day she was born. She's a breath away from winning that fight. For whatever reason, she wants to share the spoils with you. And you'd walk away. It killed my friend. I wanted you to know that.
love her. I love her.
You're saying you killed my friend and still like cutting the
Yeah.
bread for her?
Yeah.
If we could all be more like her.
How well did you know my granddaughter?
Very well.
I knew her well. Was she happy? Happy? There are things I know about Nassau, about her. There are things that are harder to know across an ocean. I honestly do not know. But I held out hope from the beginning. A fantasy that despite what we'd heard of her, she was learning, growing. And that someday she'd seek me out. A woman who reminded me of myself when I was younger would arrive in Boston and I'd walk the Charles with her and teach her the things a woman can do in this world. The wrong river and the wrong woman, but perhaps to get even this close to a fantasy or something. Edward Houghton, the only male heir to his family's banking operation. Supremely uncurious, bordering on dim, but fundamentally decent.
Great.
The investments he's overseen have shown modest gains at best.
This is not the man you would like to put in charge of Nassau.
Should only put someone you can control?
You in charge of Nassau. But on this particular issue, the world won't much care for what I'd like.
You think he would listen to me as an advisor? You think he would listen to me as a wife?
I suppose it needn't be him. But to have the kind of control you will need to have, there will need to be someone occupying the role, and that someone solves a number of problems all at once. To rise from where you began to where you now stand, I cannot imagine the road you've travelled. The humiliations, and the sacrifices, and the defeats, and the illusions maintained at so great a cost to your sense of self. But that road has led you to me. I am the gate through which your journey becomes something else. I can make the dreams you have built real. The toll is small, but it must be paid. Tell me you're ready to pay it, and you and I will walk downstairs. I will introduce you to him, and as I imagine you'll have no difficulty taking things from there, our partnership may move forward fully formed. Are you ready to do it?
That is a very old man.
The governor's woman overheard his ship was bound for Skeleton Island.
God, we're all meeting
That
there.
man, I have it on good authority, is the last man on this island once sailed with Avery. Claims to have been to Skeleton Island and can show us the way.
Great.
I believe it. I actually believe it. Yes, I actually do.
Two possible outcomes as far as I can tell. One, he fails, in which case we sail around to the time and go back to the camp. Or two, there's some miracle he actually succeeds and gets what's there. And I can't tell which of the two is of mortal soul.
Does that mean killing Flint was already going to be an impossible feat?
Now we need to evade the governor and his soldiers as well.
Max, I think, either takes the offer of marrying the guy and doing that, or she goes with Anne on a ship.
Yeah, I think so.
Somewhere
If you leave
I mean,
him alone,
far away from this.
he's going to make you pay for it. You won't move against me. This will pass. That's the end of this conversation. The crown does not divide. It cannot be shared. You know it. You want it done. You just don't know where to ask yet. Hear me very clearly. There is no hidden message and no equivocation. You will make no move against him. You will not speak of doing so to any man on this crew.
And you'll answer for it.
What the fuck is gonna come out of that?
What are you doing out here?
It's the choice, Eleanor.
It's a fucking mess.
Made
Yeah.
in season 1.
Yeah.
So which will you choose, girl? Because I think honestly she goes on the ship.
Okay. She has committed to the plan. To me. The moment we have been working towards since we arrived. It happened. I told her I could not agree to it. You told her no. She needs for there to be a man in the governor's office, not Jack. The man of her choosing, and she wants me to be his wife. His wife? In name only and for appearance's sake, nothing more. The power would rest with us. And you said no. Why would you do that? You remember when I first met Eleanor, how stunned I was? A woman who spoke the way she did, who had no fear of the world or the men who reigned over it. When I became her lover, I watched the decisions she made and resolved to learn from them. When I became her rival, I watched the mistakes she made and resolved never to repeat them. But at the end, when I felt I had surpassed her in every way, it seemed as though there was something she was still trying to say to me. Surrendering everything she had sacrificed so dearly for, because it would have come at the expense of the one she loved. She was trying to tell me, I just could not hear her, what was truly important. I said no to Marion Guthrie's plan. Despite having no alternative and at the risk of losing the entire endeavor, because I refused to situate a man in a position where he might interfere one day with my ability to repair things with you. You are the bravest person I have ever known. The truest person I have ever known. And I betrayed you, and it sickens me. I am so sorry for working so hard to protect the wrong things. For failing to see that there is nothing important that is not included.
It was even better than expected, honestly.
I didn't think we were gonna get this much.
No, me either. This is why this show is what it is, you know?
I don't know what's gonna happen to choose them.
Everything's gonna be good.
I don't know. This looks terrifying and beautiful at the same time.
Yeah. A bit more terrifying, honestly. Beautiful from afar, maybe.
Most unexpected.
There was no fog.
She was Spanish, but not one of the ships they'd been hunting. This ship had been there far longer than that. Captain's log identifies her having set sail from Havana in 1636. 31 souls aboard. Avery finds the remains of all 31. Slaughtered. Brutally so. Evidence that a number of them had been dismembered while still alive.
Bye.
There were natives on the island? All 31 bodies were found still on the ship. Locked inside the hold. Locked from within. They ate each other alive.
What?
Yeah.
Avery claimed to have seen the log. It said that the crew had refused to go inland to forage for food or for fresh water.
Oh, there's a
That the
tree.
first men in had returned, reporting sounds coming from the forest. The men said it sounded to them like the voice of God, warning them to stay away.
What the fuck is Treasure Island?
I was about to say, if this is the Treasure Island,
What is Treasure Island?
Sounds interesting.
I'm about to read this. What
Sounds
is the
very
plot
fucking
there?
interesting. See, this walk I would recognize everywhere, anywhere.
It's an open question how much of this story Avery invented, but what is undeniably true is how undeniably effective that story has been in achieving a result.
This show is about fucking stories, honestly. No, what?
It's no accident that Benny chose it. A place likely to put us all out of balance, where our imaginations might run wild, and our darkest impulses somehow made far more difficult to resist. If we are to survive this experience, if our cause is to survive, some of us must find a way to keep our wits about us on behalf of those who cannot. See the truth ahead of us, through the fear and the haze. Mr. Silver, I fear, is compromised in this regard. At this moment, I find myself in need of a new partner.
I mean, it's not like... It's not shocking, but it's shocking.
What is happening?
Oh, he's gonna shoot him. What?
I knew it would come to this. I tried to tell him. We fight. Only two outcomes I can see. I die, or you die. Either way, he's gonna take me to blame for it. That's how far you burrowed into his head. He won't put you out of it until he sees you for what you are. Go.
How interesting for a long guy. He's watching this?
Do you see it now?
Oh.
Do you see it?
Oh.
Your launch.
God.
Oh.
Captain Flint killed one of my men, but managed to haul the cash to shore. I came in the hopes my presence might buy some time before you reacted to this news. And until I am able to remedy the situation.
What sort of remedy is that?
And I kill him. I'm gonna finish the sentence for
I
you.
sent 6 of my men after him.
Ozai!
Best men I have left. Their orders, in no uncertain terms, are to track Captain Flint and retrieve the cash.
There was another order, wasn't there?
Yeah.
What else did you tell them to do?
I instructed them to kill Captain Flint.
How nice.
Really trying so hard not to
How
say
nice
told you
and
so.
Pleasant.
I'm it's really funny. Really, just really so funny how things transpire. Like really, just like so funny.
Almost 2 hours. That's how big of a break we made after this episode.
And you know what? What we did in those 2 hours is talk about the episode. which we could have done.
I
We
don't
could
know
have done
what
on camera.
Yeah,
But we were making food. And so we were just like eating, and while we were making food, we were just like talking about it all. We come here now to
Yes.
tell you.
Now we don't have anything more to say.
Yeah. And like, I mean, you would think
Enjoy.
that now our like thoughts are gonna be coherent because we already talked about it, but like it was not coherent even back then. So I can't.
I don't know why.
Make it more
I guess
coherent.
it's because it's the end.
Yeah.
But just like I feel like it takes everything out of me.
Emotionally.
Like I am so tired.
I do feel like
honestly.
I feel like at halfway mark I'm like, when is this episode ending? I'm like literally I'm like feeling I feel so emotionally exhausted already. When is it ending?
I have my favorite scene of this episode.
I agree with you on that.
I can tell you which one it is.
I'm gonna guess.
Let's guess.
Let's see. I think
It wa-
it's the one when Woods Rogers shows up at some point.
No, I can give you clues. It's in the second half of the episode.
Does it start with M?
M? M?
Yeah.
M? What is M?
A letter.
M as in Max. Yes.
I thought you were just immediately gonna say yes. You're like M. M.
See, this joke had to be. It had to end as dumb as it started. You know what I mean?
I was gonna go somewhere else, but like I had nothing in mind, so I just had to go with it.
And I thought, like, are you gonna make something
Make a joke,
nice
and I
up?
did not
And you
make.
did.
I had no joke in my mind.
You made M. That's what you did.
Does it start with Max and end with Anne?
Yes, of course. It starts with
I
Max
agree
and
with
ends
you.
with Anne. Actually, Anne is the one who put her hand down first. I mean, of course, after the speech that Max just gave her. Honestly, it was
And also like it was on her because like Max.
did such a big step.
Yeah, but like I want to say like I feel like Anne is technically the one that's supposed to forgive, you
Yeah,
know,
of
and so
course.
like she is the one that's supposed to like put her hand out, not like Max.
Of course. Imagine if Max begged.
Yeah. Max is like, okay, now get over it. You know? So like that's what I mean. Like it makes sense. It makes sense.
Okay, let's not start with the scene. Or
Let's start. I mean, I have two. I just have two major points that I want to go
Okay.
with, and like one is Max and then Max in general, and then like Flint and John. And I feel like Flint and John is gonna be a bigger.
I put mascara on,
Why
which
did
never
you put mascara on. That's very random.
But I did. I tried so hard not to cry.
Oh, I
during
was
this
wondering why you kept going like
I was
this,
like this.
because I'm like you cry, you like would just
Yeah.
like
It's not like I
just let the tears flow.
yeah, and like the tears start here, and I immediately wipe them. You know, like doing this the entire time while I'm watching.
I remember in the
It's
beginning
not
of our
practical.
channel, for like maybe I don't know the first 4 months, 6 months, at some point, we were like doing full makeup and like mascara. Like for what reason? We cry so fucking often.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
And then we looked horrible.
That's what I
because
mean.
he cried.
yeah, I don't think we look better. Like
I maybe go back to that period of time apparently.
and I love that you decided to put it on the day
I
that we filmed
didn't. I
Black
wasn't
Sails.
thinking.
Clearly.
I like there was nothing here going on. Like
Clearly.
I was just like, I mean, I wore this for the love of God. Why did I
Sometimes-
dress
she
like
sometimes
this?
shows up to my place and like
And I come by car for 10. I drive for 10 minutes, and then
Yeah.
after we finish, I go home. Like I have no plans to. I mean,
go anywhere else.
I sometimes make plans because I'm dressed for going out somewhere.
Yeah, but like it's not like she dresses because she has to go outside. Like I go to
No.
her place in like sweatpants.
I
You
mean,
know what
I go to your place in sweatpants 95% of the
I
time.
feel like it's 80.
No,
Yes.
95, yes, 95. I mean, look through.
And then like I open
look
my door, I'm like, where are you going? Because like, she's all dressed and then I have to give you my pajamas.
Because you can look through our videos from your place. Most are in sweatshirts.
Yeah.
When I wear sweatshirts, I don't wear anything.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I wear something sweatpants, but sometimes I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Even though
And
my
then-
car is parked in front of my building, and I park it in front of hers as well. Nobody's gonna see me, you know. And yet today I dressed.
I mean, you put on mascara, so clearly
for
it
the
was
love
a
of God, I
special
have,
day.
I have a watch. I have rings on. I
have
have
everything.
Everything.
I also put, I don't know, like sometimes I'm gonna put the earrings on
Yeah, you
just
put-
because.
yeah.
And it's ridiculous. I have like tights underneath. You know what I mean? And like socks, sometimes they're gonna go up here.
I understand.
Why? Why are we talking about this?
Because we are tired, exhausted.
The episode that we watched.
Was. No words.
I just really like the writing of the show is second to none, I swear to God. It's second to none, and I don't know what to do with it. I'm like, again, we only have 2 more episodes. I'm trying to...
We're finishing this show.
That's what I mean. Next time we watch it, that's fucking it.
Like, we watch the last episode next time and that's it.
Yeah, we're gonna watch the both 2 together. We'll see mentally how we can handle that, but
I can't
what can we do about it?
But you can feel the end coming.
At every fucking point.
Yeah.
Like...
I am so grateful. Okay, if we're gonna start with Max and Anne, then let's first start with Max, I mean.
Yeah.
I am so grateful. Why am I grateful? I mean, I don't know how to say that, but I am so happy with how they're concluded, basically. Her story.
I agree with you.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Because, like, she had this scene, and, like, again, we're trying to do this whole thing with a plan, whatever. And, like, she had that scene with Mrs. Guthrie, where she was telling her how she can, like, have all this power and basically be kind of the same as Mrs. Guthrie is, like, control things behind the scenes, you know, like, to marry this guy and be able to make things happen through it. And it's just like, it's never gonna be known. And, like, she's saying all that, and I'm, like, thinking, like, she would have at that point the most power that maybe she has had. That's, like, let's say
she could have, yeah,
and she's saying all that and explaining the life, and I'm just, like, thinking, God, how horrible. Because the reason why she went into all of this is, like, survival mode, you know what I mean? It's like trying to survive in this world. It was not because she had any want of power or anything like that. It was just a necessity for her to be able to live in this world that keeps trying to deny her and just deny her existence. Her existence at any point was in a precarious situation, you know? And so, like, she just tried to survive in this world in any way she knew how.
The words you say, what is precarious?
I'm not sure. I feel like I've been saying this for the past 5 days for some reason. Precarious.
Never heard of it.
I'm not even sure if I'm saying it correctly. Let me just check. Precarious. Precarious.
What does that mean?
Like fragile, maybe. I could have said fragile.
Why did you say fragile? I know that word.
Not securely held or in position. Dangerously likely to fail or collapse.
Okay.
Precarious.
Okay.
I have been saying it correctly.
Okay. I don't think I learned it.
Precarious.
Precarious.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna use it.
Precarious.
I'm gonna.
You will.
What do you mean?
Like, at some point in time, if I just continue saying it, you will, like, remember it.
Yeah, if you keep saying. So from now on,
I'm just gonna use the word precarious.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was her motivation to go where she was, and it was not about, like, wanting that power. And so, like, now it was given to her, and I'm just, like, thinking, what a fucking sad life that she was put upon her. You know? Like, this was not of her choosing, let's say, to become this. And the road that she went down on was, again, similar to Eleanor's. And we had that, it wasn't a flashback, but, like, it kind of made you think about, like, in season 1, when she was with Eleanor, and when she told Eleanor to, like, go away, and Eleanor could not, because, like, this place and this sand meant more to her than any possibility of love at that point. So Eleanor didn't go, and, like, we always talked about this, that, like, for Max, her story has to end in a different, complete direction than Eleanor's did. And so, like, when that grandma was saying this to her, I was just thinking, like, I hope this is not what happens, because, like, this sounds like such a sad life. And so,
I mean, I want to say that just, like, if it did happen, like, Max made it happen.
Yeah.
Like, she fought through her life so much. Like you said, she precarious. She let precarious. Is that what it's? I don't know. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
I don't think you were about to use it in the correct term.
Me neither. But, like, it should be like empowering. I don't know how to explain that. That like
Yeah.
she made that happen with nothing.
Yeah.
She didn't have anything. Even woman said to like, God knows what you survived or something like that. And I remember Max in season 1, I stopped the show because of her, because I thought the show was torturing her too much.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it, you know?
Yeah.
And like after we seen all of it, for her to come to that point, to have that power.
Yeah, which would be the most power like a woman at that point.
That woman in that age can have.
Yeah.
Like it should sound empowering or whatever. I didn't want that for Max. I really didn't want that for Max because she wanted love.
Yeah.
She really wanted love. She wanted that one person. It doesn't have to, it can be 7. I don't care.
How much you want, girl?
Yeah. She wanted that life. She didn't want sand.
Yeah.
Or power or the chair.
Yeah.
She fought for that chair, yes, but like that's not what filled her, you know?
With joy.
Yeah. And she wasn't the person who is able or who should betray everybody she loves without feeling horrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For surviving that. She wouldn't be able to survive that.
No, she couldn't sleep at night.
Exactly. And we always, like you said, like we always throughout this show and especially throughout this season, because she was with Eleanor and Woods Rogers.
Yeah.
I mean, she tried to be his partner. She made the best that she could figure out how or things like that, you know. And we always thought that at some point it's gonna come a moment where she's gonna realize and she's gonna help us or help Jack or help Anne or it's gonna help us. She's gonna go back to our side or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Never made sense. But this was the moment where this was exactly that moment where she didn't choose the power, where she chose not even love. She chose potential. She even said something along the lines like, I couldn't do it, and what did she say?
Like not fix or like give
without
up the
even
opportunity
trying.
to fix
Yeah. Something like
our
that.
like relationship.
Yeah.
I think there is something very beautiful to me about the fact that like the reason why it maybe finally clicked for her to, let's say, stop chasing after, let's say, that power and just like concentrate on what she always also thought was the most important thing. I like that it maybe clicked because of Eleanor. Like there's something very poetic about that because Eleanor in her last moments when Max was there actually just wanted to stop and actually just wanted to live that life with love and choose that and like live in peace. And she did not manage to have it because like her husband is Woods Rogers and he is awful, you know.
And the woman even asked her, how well did you know Eleanor? Was she happy?
Oh, honestly, that fucking broke my heart. Because I'm thinking happy.
Yeah.
Happy?
What do you mean happy?
Like, she had moments of happiness. Like, I'm sure she had moments of happiness. But like,
very
I'm like
small
thinking,
ones.
I'm like thinking about her, all of her life, and I just feel exhausted about it.
Yeah.
And so like, that really made me sad because
she
her
smiled
potential,
2 times in this entire show.
her potential of happiness would have just been away with the person that she loved, unfortunately, and maybe a kid. And she would have, at that point, I feel like she would have been able to have happiness because she would have finally been able to breathe, you know, and not just and like constantly chase after what her father put on her.
Because she was finally ready to let go.
Yeah, she was finally ready to let go, and it was late.
Yeah, it was too late.
It was too late, and so like it was not too late for Max.
Yeah.
And so like with that choice being presented to her, she just chose love. And like that is a thing that I always thought that she was gonna choose. But again,
and I'm so happy that she did.
And like, again, there's always like in any type of show, you always expect characters what they're gonna do, and then sometimes the show is not gonna do that. And so like however much you're sure that something is gonna happen, when it does happen, you feel like this sort of like relief and it just feels cathartic. And I don't doubt this show. I really don't doubt it at any point. I always think it's gonna do the best. And like if I think something is not gonna work and they do something that I didn't expect, it always ends up being better than what I thought. You know, like it it has never gone in another direction, you know. And so I was just like,
completely agree.
I felt so at peace kind of when she just said that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Like, this is where we came to, and this is where
Because
your
I
story
was
goes.
when the woman told her everything, I was kind of afraid because like it could be realistic, you know, like it could be a realistic story because like we saw the whole progression of hers and how she made everything happen, and that is the maximum, let's say, where the woman at that age, not at that time,
Yeah.
can get.
No, they really could have, if she was another character, you know what I mean? Like, that could have been a story, like, that would be, like, let's say, in a sense, empowering, like, doing the most you can and rising to the highest position that you possibly can and controlling things around you.
But, like, without...
having, like, this quiet power.
Yeah.
That could have been an empowering story for someone that, like, in my mind is not Max.
Exactly, because of the way that we met her and we know her from the beginning somehow.
Yeah.
Just like we know that that this is what she wants.
Yeah, just
This
because
is
like
what
the
Trauma
reason why
wanted.
she was doing all this.
Exactly.
The reason why she was doing all of this was just to survive.
Exactly.
And not because she wants to be controlling
She lost
things.
love. Eleanor couldn't provide her what she wanted desperately. And after that, everything she did was to survive in this cruel place.
Yeah. And so I love that. I mean, that's what Adele also said to Anne about like what everything that Max has gone through. Yes, she has made, you know, kind of her choice that she does have to live with. Like if Anne at that point decides to, you know, not forgive, that's fine. Like that you cannot tell her anything, you know, like Anne could have said, I understand, but I can't deal with it and just like leave. And that would have been perfectly fine. You know, it's not like Anne owes her this. She could have just left and it would have been okay as well. But I'm just happy that it was a happier ending.
Yeah, especially because I do believe that they both love each other.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain that. Like I wasn't even thinking ever, like when I said that like maybe Max is gonna go with Dan, I wasn't really thinking in romantic sense. Mm-hmm. Even though it can always go down that path, you know, because we know that they did love each other.
Yeah.
But like to me it was more I don't want Max to end up alone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I want her to end up with someone next to someone who loves her, who respects her. I don't know, I'm just like, again, we talked so much about it, but like in my opinion it's somehow much better than I expected to happen. Yeah. Like I did expect a conversation. I did expect even an apology, you know? I did not expect this much.
As always, everything in the show.
I did not expect Max to choose her completely, you know? I expected them to end up together.
Yeah.
Like, I expected Max to choose her freedom, let's say, and go with that jacket because, like, they're gonna go. So, like, she's gonna leave this whole place and start a new life, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, so, like, she's not gonna be stuck on NASA or anything like that.
Yeah.
But, like, I didn't expect for her to choose love, to choose Anne over all of it, to choose the possibility of repairing that relationship.
Yeah, in whatever way that is.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it was my favorite thing. I have really adored Max's storyline throughout this show and like the ending of it,
especially
right
now.
Yeah.
Especially now.
Yeah, when it concludes and it's this.
And it's this, yeah, because like. I feel like now I'm even more emotionally connected with it. I don't know how to explain that.
Agree.
Like that, this is something that like I always wanted for her.
Yeah.
But like, and I would have loved her storyline because like I think it's a well-written story, even if she went with and got this, you know.
Yeah, of course.
But like with her having Anne and us knowing how she felt in the beginning, that at the end is still in some ways tragedy, even though
I would have felt sad about her. I would have felt sad about her life.
Exactly.
I would have felt sad if it
that she had to become this.
Yeah, just because again she had to become this. It was not a choice.
Yeah, I feel sad for everybody's life who had to become that, but like I'm glad that it didn't happen for her. I'm glad that this is what she chose, and I'm glad that she is gonna manage to repair that relationship or try to repair it or whatever.
Yeah,
you know, that this was a happy ending in my opinion.
Yeah, so I'm very satisfied with that.
Yeah, especially because I truly think she deserves it. Of all the characters, like I truly believe like none deserve it more than her. Like their happy ending. So I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I want a happy ending for my boy Flint, you know what I mean?
God.
But like I want to say that I love Irene. Irene, is that her name?
Isn't it Adele?
Adele?
I kept calling her Adele, but like Adele, but like spelled with an I.
Really? I have no idea. Maybe
Adele.
Oh yeah, maybe
right.
It is
I like
Adele.
but I'm saying Adele.
Adele, maybe.
Adore her. Adore her. What a girl. I love that small moment of the fact that like Anne killed her friend. She has every reason to not like her, and I'm sure they're never gonna be friends, and they don't need to be friends. And like there's something very poetic about the fact that you're like standing in front of the person that killed someone that you cared about, that you loved or whatever, and you dislike this person. Like you maybe do not wish them well or anything, and yet you still like cut bread. You know, like it's the idea of like breaking bread with someone. Yeah. It's sort of like it represents this, I guess, you know, unity. When you do it, just like, I don't know, it felt in that moment when she cut up that bread, I was like thinking, like if people were more like her, like that's how you would get close to some type of peace in this world.
Yeah.
You know, I just like that, just her like cutting that bread left a really big impact on me.
I mean, everything, the whole scene, everything she said about Max and all of it.
Like she protected her then even when Anne did a bad, wrong thing.
Yeah.
And like now Max has done a bad, wrong thing.
Exactly. That's why I thought like when you said like, oh, and she doesn't like Anne because she killed her friend. Yes, but like it was also connected to Max.
Yeah.
Because she came in the room and looked at Max and she said, "Are you right?" You know, like because she saw that, and Max was upset, and Max was upset because Anne told her that they can't repair that relationship ever.
Yeah.
You know. And then she came there and explained her point of view.
Yeah.
You know, how Max protected her, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, and she said something along the lines, like, even after all of that, like, for God knows what reason, because she can't see the reason. Yeah. She only sees the person who cold-bloodedly killed her friend, you know?
Like, why would you protect her?
Like, she even said, like, I'm scared. I thought she was scared of you, and so so was I, you know? So, like, she said, like, for God knows what reason, she wants to share everything with you, you know?
Yeah.
That was kind of beautiful.
Then, like, that helped, I think, Anne. Yeah. Anne, who, like, wanted, she was struggling. She kind of wants to forgive her. She doesn't know how to do it. Mm-hmm. And, like, I think when Adele, whatever,
I feel like
said it gave her that road to do it.
I completely agree. I think maybe for Anne, even like I think she would more easily forgive if it wasn't even Jack's line in the on the stake, you know, like if it was her own.
Yeah,
which if you know one thing, you know that like you don't take Jack away from Anne.
No, that is crossing a line.
Exactly,
that's crossing too big of a line.
That's why it took us some time to get to this place, to this point.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue with the rest of the...
I mean, the second most important thing of this episode. Yeah. Flint and John. Mm-hmm. Like, it was so clear where we're going. Like, nothing... There was... nothing here was shocking.
No.
Everything was laid out. But, like, I think everything was shocking in the way that I'm like, I cannot believe this is happening. Even though, like, I can't believe this is happening, but, like, I cannot believe this is happening right now.
I think I would have been more shocked in the moment if we didn't have the scene before where John is talking to the... Okay, we skipped a bit. If we didn't have the scene with John talking to Guy...
Something hands,
red-headed
not hands.
Guy? Is he red-headed?
Isn't he something with hands?
What does that mean?
Like a name with hands.
Blackbeards.
Redbeard.
He's definitely not Redbeard.
No, but it's
like, could work.
Isn't it something a hand? Something with hand.
Does it really matter?
No, it doesn't. Red Ginger. Let's call him Ginger.
Yeah. When he had the scene with him, and when guy Ginger was so determined to stop, to kill Flint, basically.
Yeah.
To stop Flint, because like Flint is gonna betray him, basically. And John said no. Like there is no hidden message behind
Like, I don't want
my
you to
words.
do it.
I don't want you to
her.
move anything. I don't want you to do anything.
Yeah.
You know, he's my partner, he's my friend, he's not gonna do anything. That moment I was like, okay, this is gonna backfire.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
I mean, I think
Flint
I said, what is gonna come out of that? And I was like thinking, well, they're definitely gonna try to kill Flint after this. And like even the scene before that, like when Flint saw that, you know, John has taken the gold and everything, and then John tells him, like, basically, I need you right now. Like, I tried your plan, didn't work. Now we're going with my plan, so I need you to, like, step back. Kind of like, whatever, let me do this. Are we gonna do that? And, like, he was like, yes. And I looked over at you, I'm like, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
In no universe is this happening. And so, like, again, the only outcome to where we're going is that Flint is not gonna allow John to give the gold.
Yeah, but
and
like,
John is not gonna let Flint endanger Maddie's life by not giving the gold. So, like, that puts us in a position where they're gonna try to kill each other. And so that's where we are.
even though I don't actually think that they're gonna kill each other or like be close to killing each other.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we were talking about this.
yeah.
We were talking about this in my kitchen. I literally, I think it's gonna have a scene, maybe episode 10, maybe episode 9, I don't know. It's gonna be fucking John and Flint about to kill each other, and then John can't do it. And so thus, somehow Flint has to agree to go. You know what I mean? Flint has to agree to go to that place.
First, I think that Flint is gonna kill all the 6 people that are sent for him.
Ozai!
Which
Ozai is fucking dead.
I can't believe we had him through this entire show. Is the other guy that we know, the only other guy, the older one?
He is not.
Okay, he's not the strongest one.
That's what I mean. What the fuck would he be there?
Okay, I was like, are we losing both of them? You know what I mean?
think we're just losing Ozai. Ozai is a fighter.
Yeah,
they're saying fighters.
I think Flint's gonna kill all of them.
Definitely.
First that. I think then he's gonna come into situation next to John. I think both of them are gonna be next to each other, and I actually think that potentially Flint is gonna be the one who is gonna choose not to kill John. Mm-hmm. That's how I envision it.
Yeah.
And then others are gonna come, and John is gonna get Flint
out.
What does that mean, out? Yeah, but like John. Because
so like they wouldn't kill Flint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna stop them from killing Flint.
Yeah.
Because Flint didn't kill him.
Yeah.
Even though Flint is risking Maddie's life.
Yeah.
So technically, and doing all of this, betraying him in this way, so technically he should want to kill him. Yeah. You know? But Flint's not gonna kill him. And then that's the moment when John is gonna decide to send him.
Yeah.
Because he needs to kill.
Yeah,
he needs to kill him at that point, and everybody's gonna think he's dead.
Yeah, I think so.
But he's gonna make a plan and send him somehow.
I think so as well.
Does Flint have to agree? I'm not really sure.
Just like knock him out and like.
Yeah, that's what I want to say.
Be on your merry way.
Yeah, that like what's his name? Thomas did agree. No, you know what I mean.
Well, no, true.
So, like in my opinion, Flint doesn't really have to agree to that. It's either that or I kill you.
True.
So like, you don't have other option.
I mean, Flint will choose death. Flint will choose death, so like we have to like knock him out.
And then potentially could see Thomas.
Yeah, then maybe we would see Thomas.
Then maybe we would see Thomas.
You can't just, how do you put like that scene just at the end, you know, like, because imagine Flint waking up in a place and seeing Thomas. I would think I was in fucking heaven. I would be like, I died and I somehow ended up in heaven, which makes zero fucking sense.
Somebody, he's gonna wake up and somebody's gonna, like, wake up when the ship arrives and somebody's gonna explain the situation.
Maybe.
And he's like, this is where
I think this is the thing that I'm mostly seeing now. Like, I think that's how we end it.
I think so as well.
I think that's how we end it.
But like then I think he potentially fucking see Thomas. I can't believe that. I can't believe that like I'm saying that is a potential. I somehow didn't expect that.
No, me neither.
I don't know. They can end it the way they want to. God knows what's gonna happen.
They are gonna end it the way they want to.
I just also want to say before that like I really loved the conversation that they Flint and John had. I think it was in the beginning of the episode.
That was like in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And like immediately my eyes watered, and like who puts these types of scenes in like the first 5 minutes of the episode? Like who fucking writes this?
Yeah.
Who writes the dialogue?
Yeah, I completely agree.
What is that?
Like you said at the end. What did you say?
Where?
At the end.
Of what?
Oh, because like John said like that fighting and after fighting and everything's gonna be horror. And you said like it's already horror for some, you know?
Yeah.
And honestly, that is exactly the words I thought. Like the entire time when the thing is with John, everything that he said, I don't agree with. I don't agree with any single word that he said, and yet I would do exactly the same thing that he is doing right now. I would say exactly the same thing. I would not say that like whatever comes next is better. Because I want my wife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would choose. He even said like don't afterwards.
Ask me,
Don't ask me to choose between war and wife, because he's gonna choose wife. Of course.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Would as well.
Yeah.
Privileged. In that world.
I mean, again, I like that.
I really loved what Flint said. Everything that he said, like I really love it.
Well, again, that's why, like, it's such, like, if someone asks me, I don't know what you would do in this situation. I think, again, it's like, it is sort of like, we have had this throughout this entire show. Like, it is a back and forth of, like, what do you choose and how can you choose? Like, it seems like impossible choices to be presented with. Because on one side you have something, and again, we have talked about this in the previous episode, this is a fight that is worth having. Like, we're not talking about like some, let's say, war for some treasure, for some power, for some, like, we're not talking about that. Like, you're talking about a war that is gonna try to maybe end colonial rule. Like, that's maybe gonna give people freedom. And, like, that is a big task to do. Like, that is a war that you have to fight today. That is a constant thing. It's a never-ending thing. And that is a thing that always has to be fought. That is the thing that, like, Flint is advocating for. And, like, he said that... God, I can't even butcher the fucking quotes that he said. They were so good.
That he needs to believe.
That he needs to believe that, like, people are not just animals that needs to be... controlled like cattle, you know what I mean? Like, from these higher powers, and then like treated just like cattle. And he has to believe that we are gonna be better than that. He said, like, yes, it might be like things might descend into horror. Terror. Like, it might. Like, you know, like all of those things, like when you start a war, like fucking God knows what the outcome is gonna be, but like, again, it is already horror for some. You know, just because it's not for you doesn't mean that, like, let's, you know, keep this going because, like, you are not the one affected. But other people are. They are already in horror. Like, if you ask, again, not some, because, like, for example, Julius doesn't want to go with the war. But, like, if you ask someone, like, slaves that are still in plantations, maybe... like, would they rather stay there, or would they try to fight until death for freedom, you know?
But, like, I think even with Julius was queen.
Was queen?
A decade ago, you know?
Oh,
she just wanted safe space. Yeah. She just wanted to protect whoever and save whoever you can save.
Yeah.
You know? And yet she is the one now who is going in this battle.
Yeah.
Going in this war, sending her people to fight for this war, for this cause.
Yeah.
She sees it worth it. I think Julius could see it, but like as a person who was enslaved and now he finally isn't, he doesn't have that big of a, he has smaller goal, more achievable goal in some
just
ways.
Because he was in capture like 3 days ago. Like, again, we talked about this. This makes completely sense.
Exactly.
And so, like, again, in that regard, it is already horror.
And yes, Flint is full of anger, and I don't know if he would ever stop,
Yeah.
But the thing is, he has suffered so much from this higher powers. Yeah. That is why, because he has lost so much, that is why he is so angry, and that is why he is so determined to fight this battle.
Yeah.
It didn't just come to him.
Again, it's just like it's always a very dangerous thing when you are led by something like that. When you are being led by anger and hurt, then you might not distinguish when to stop, if you should stop at some point. Like that is a problem.
I don't think it's even anger and hurt. Like Queen could be angry, Maddie could be hurt, but like he is driven by so much hate that like all he wants is the destruction.
Yeah.
All he sees is destruction, where Maddie doesn't see.
Well, that's what I mean. That's why he is a more dangerous person to follow. Like you really could follow Maddie and Queen to death.
I mean, but like he recognizes that.
Yes, he does, and that's why he says to John, "You and Maddie are the future."
Because he said, "I really think you and me," and I wanted him to say that because he's leading this fight, but like power. Exactly, he's not doing that for himself. Like he's only doing this to stop them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he said like afterwards, it's on you and it's on Maddie.
And like that is a, let's say, a perfect combination, let's say, to lead. And like Flint is well aware that he is not in that position because of like what is leading him, and he does not want that role. But again, it's just like it's a very difficult situation to choose sides on. You can't really do anything about it because everyone
what sides?
Well, that's what I mean. Like John is the most, like you said, it's hard to believe that you would not be John. I would not have liked him if he had made a different choice there. You know what I mean? Like if he had someone that he loved in captivity, and like for someone like him to...
For someone, that's the thing. Because like you can only imagine for someone like him. If Maddie was in the same position, I don't expect her to choose the same thing.
No, me neither.
That's the thing. But like I would love her the same because like I know what she has survived and why she's in this.
Yeah. But for him to choose something else, that would like it will not hit the emotional spot for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like I love him for it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, like you said, like I don't agree in many ways with him. Would the wars be a suicide mission for all of them? Potentially. But like like again, like there's all of these things need to be done. And like you just need to how do you wager what you should do, how you should do it? Like I don't know. Don't no one ask me. No one fucking asks me.
Nobody's asking you.
I don't know. I feel like people are.
Nobody's asking you. This is exactly what should happen. John should choose his wife over a war.
Yeah.
Because of the life that he has led and where his heart is.
Yeah.
He would choose even his man's life over the battle or over the win of something,
I wonder, I'm gonna assume the skeleton and this treasure island.
Yeah, I think so.
Now, I have not read this book.
I want to
now that like whatever, like now I want to read the book. Like we already Googled it on like Goodreads. I want to read that. I'm wondering, like, I'm gonna assume it's Treasure Island because there's a treasure there, potentially like buried.
Who
like
hides the treasure?
That's what I mean. Like,
Flint.
And like, I'm gonna assume maybe bury it,
100%.
and it's just gonna stay there, and no one's gonna have it.
I don't know, but like it does seem scary, like the island.
Oh, it looks horrifying. I mean, the story that they said about the people that ate themselves because they could not exit because they were so afraid of that island. They heard God's voice. What the fuck is that island like? I legitimately need to read this book.
Yeah. Also, we know that Jack is coming. Or he found a guy who is very drunk at that point.
The guy
doesn't seem like he's gonna lead him to the skeleton island, but expect. He will. And yeah, like I said, like because John is in the situation that he is, they are looking for Flint. Basically, I feel like Woodes Rogers would not let them go after he takes the treasure. So we're gonna need help, and the help is coming
in forms of Jack.
Exactly.
And Jack doesn't even need to bother killing Flint.
That's what,
for all he's gonna know, Flint is potentially gonna be already dead.
exactly, and John is the one
And
who's gonna send him, and that's it.
Everything works out technically.
Yeah. And we kill Woods. In the woods.
What a dumb joke.
But it's true. That's gonna happen. I don't know, maybe in the next in our second viewing.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's gonna be something with Madam. Like there's something.
I mean, yeah,
I can't even
if
start with that.
The poor
I can't
woman,
even start
like
with that.
Flint's wife. I mean, the actor's wife is she gonna go home to her children or not?
I fucking hope you do.
Come on, for the love of God, let us see.
It is. She has the simplest of wishes. Just like put her on the fucking ship. Like nothing else. She asks for no money. She asks for no, like, she's not like contemplating about war or something like
She
that.
does
Like
not
just like
care.
put her on a
She
fucking
wants to go
boat
home.
to children.
Yeah.
And I feel like we can fucking do that.
And I feel like we should. I
Yeah.
feel like that should happen. I feel like she shouldn't die.
Me too.
So, and considering that, like, what is gonna die, he's not gonna know that she betrayed him. No?
Exactly. A win-win.
A
For
win-win
all of
situation, exactly.
God, guys, next time we're gonna finish this show.
Next time we're finishing our paper show. How sad.
I feel like next two episodes are gonna be fucking.
I feel like we're gonna die.
I don't think it's gonna be a like room to breathe.
No, me neither.
I really think it's about to be.
It's
fucking...
gonna be either screaming or crying or just watching quietly.
I'm not moving.
Not talking. It's
I
not gonna be
literally feel like
talking
it's
in
gonna be
last two
that.
episodes.
No, I literally feel like it's gonna be mute.
Yeah,
And like
think
I
so,
can't.
yeah.
I don't know what to do with it.
Like only sounds are gonna be like the crying sounds.
What else is new, guys? Like
I'm not gonna put mascara on that time.
smart.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my hair dyed.
Nice. You're gonna
Yeah.
be pretty.
Oh my god! We're watching on Saturday. I'm gonna have to go to a party on Saturday.
That's up.
After watching that,
Sure, that makes sense actually. Somehow works well together.
just like drink away my sorrows about finishing this. Actually, yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly. Okay, guys.
That's it.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you very soon. Bye.